Here to the Hot Harbor TI machine. On top B1, there's Malini, there's Draskell, there's Tsunami. Now we've done the introductions. We're doing Europe.
We're knee-deep in Europe.
Yeah?
SEA just wrapped up. Execration will be going to TI, joining their compatriots Fnatic. But that's a different region. Here we are we're knee-deep, but we're also just getting started. This is Singularity versus Planet Dog. It's the lower bracket part of the elimination phase.
Lower bracket round 1.
There we go. And so winner of this will be facing up against Danish Bears.
Correct.
And then the winner of that will be facing up against Mouse Sports, and that will be a best of 5.
Yes.
And between these two teams, Singularity and Planet Dog, which one are you putting your money on right now?
Dog.
Dog.
Yeah.
You think so?
Really, my lady? You know what? In a way, I kind of want to say Planet Dog, just because Singularity seem to have this real issue with every second game they play. And it may not even be the draft. Like they had the perfect draft in the last game to try and counter what Planet Dog did, which was this heavy 4-strength lineup, and then they got the Timbersaurus, the last pickup, who should have had a free time, but then they made the choice to give all the farm to the lone druid, so you sit there going, just execution seems a little odd, and then the team fight engagements, which were the problem earlier, like, kick in, and that's, you just don't know what you're going to get with Singularity. Planet Dog are a little bit more consistent, even if they don't hit the same peak as Singularity. So it's hard to go and say Planet Dog will win, even if they are consistent.
So would you say that teams are adapting to them in the second game and that's why they're struggling, or do you think it's some kind of mental block?
I wouldn't say it's a mental block. I'd say it... Actually, no, yeah, brain fart. I'd say brain fart.
Okay.
I
Like,
just don't think they don't know how to run other strategies well. So is that a mental block?
No, I think it's kind of both, right? Because if you only do one thing and the team adapts to you, but you don't have anything else to do, then you lose the second game, right?
Yeah.
Like that's what happens. So I don't know. Maybe that is their problem.
They did really well in the BO1s, but I think it's
Yeah.
deceptive because you don't play a second and third game where teams can adapt to you. So
Yeah.
I think they struggle more in this format, but we are in the draft.
give me a second there to change one of my hotkeys.
What kind of dog is Planet Dog's logo?
I can't even see it. It's too small.
Where's the draft?
It's
Are
coming.
you trying to like time it?
Yeah,
with
I want to be on that breathing information
No,
subreddit.
it's taking a second just because I had to change some hotkeys.
Damn it!
that close?
That was that close.
Cool.
So
Looks like a terrier. Dog.
Looks like a dog.
It looks like a dog in front of a planet.
I don't know what
You're
kind of
very
dog.
accurate, Andy.
I just, even with my glasses, this is really far away from me, so I can't like. Just looks like a dog.
It looks like a hound.
Is there a difference?
Oh, it's like type of dog, right? Like as opposed to just like the overall
Right,
term
we want the
of calling
breed.
it hound.
It's a junkyard dog.
Is it an archetype of dog? A hound?
Yeah, like mutt.
Okay. Magban. Okay.
they've won
Yeah.
a lot with Puck and Meg. AA they picked last game, but they don't really seem too great with it. Their early game was really weak as a result.
The
So
mag
do
is
they
just-
actually have like a really good mag player, or is it just Empower is what's
He's
winning the game?
decent. I would say more Empower.
Yeah, it's more empowered. They run the combination with the Troll Warlord, so it's always been the Mag and the Troll together, or Mag and some other easy to buff up hero.
Okay.
And
He's
I
no
think,
XSS.
I think they played. Yeah, well,
Dude, that guy's
yeah.
a baller. Come on.
It's- he's a long way to go before he reaches SSS, but it's the fact that I think they play better around that straight up team fight. Like they had trouble in game 1 because it was the Earthshaker countering. Like they came in with like this huge Echo Slam and caused a lot of problems compared to Singularity, who went for the Magnus and disrupted together. So they definitely play better around big team fights, but I got a feeling with a Lycan pickup, we'll have a very different approach to this game.
Well, it's a denial pick, obviously, from the team who first picks Night Stalker. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, though, because I think that we've been seeing, like, Lycan has a lot of weaknesses in this qualifier, and teams, like, if you've been picking the same hero throughout the entire qualifier, eventually people are going to learn how to beat it.
But Singularity are bad at adapting. That's what we just went through.
Yeah.
No. Only in game 2.
Okay. They just
Every
stop
every
learning.
second game?
in one
Exactly.
game.
Every second game?
They
Okay.
need to recharge.
So now we're in game 3. Everything should be back to what it was before.
Exactly.
Okay. Instant Jakiro.
We haven't had him in this series at all yet.
Do you like Sand King into Night Stalker? I feel like it's kind of tough to, like during the mid game, it's kind of tough to find your openings against NS.
I think Sand King's always good though.
Yeah, I mean he's a really strong hero just in his own right.
Well, what 4s are better against Night Stalker? I think like 4s in general just have troubles against Night Stalker. And Sand King's not an exception.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It also doesn't really lock you into one style of play. Like the other hero that comes to mind is like SB, because you can just mirror the Night Stalker's movements, but then you're
Oh
NSB.
yeah, I do like SB.
Yeah.
SB's one of the better ones.
Was it
But Sand King, he does way more with farm, and he can actually get farm.
was it
so.
Singularity that ran the Veno and Jakiro together as the dual lane? There was a team in the European qualifier that was doing that a hell of a lot.
It's a pretty common hero pairing,
What's
to
those
be
Danish
honest.
bears?
Was it Danish pairs?
Yeah, I think so.
I think like almost every team has picked Veno and Jakiro.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So
Well,
it's like
they've both become insanely popular.
they might not be laning together, but they're like even on the series I just cast, they were on the same team.
Queen of Pain for Planet Dog. So they have some burst damage and a Slaughter pickup.
Slardar is really good against Lycan, good against Sand King.
Good against Co-op too.
Yeah.
But how do you now balance the lane? Like you're running Night Stalker or Slaughter as 3 position?
Yeah, it's true.
Offlane, I guess.
Yeah.
if
But
you
normally it's been like a Slaughter with a Darkseer. Like it's been like that kind of combination.
if you dual lane it though, I think Lycan has been seen to have some pretty weak laning stage. So if you send like Slardar or Jakiro down there, that's a pretty strong dual lane. I think Lycan would suffer against that pretty heavily.
So you prefer sending the Slardar with paired up with the Jakiro over Night Stalker?
I mean, you can do either.
Right.
I just think that Slardar is actually a bit stronger in the lane without the use of nighttime. Like post 4 minutes, sure, Night Stalker is probably going to be better, but Slardar's got great base armor. He's got a very low mana cost stun, mobile. I think you could probably kill easier with Slardar.
And either of these pairings will have absolutely no trouble against an Ancient Apparition support. That's such a weak support.
Yeah, they might actually be able to force the Sand King to stay bottom if they just even send a dual lane there.
Yeah.
Assuming it's not off lane Sand King, I guess. I don't know if they would do that though.
And they got a solid mid lane matchup. TA versus the Queen of Pain. She's not going to need very much help. Night Stalker can spend time making it a tri-lane situation or start bothering Queen of Pain mid, but it's not necessary to go one place or the other.
God, their team actually can destroy Lycan in like 1 second. You get Corrosive Hazed into a meld, you're just dead. Very good team at killing Roche. Good at pushing just because they have a Jakiro. Good physical damage. I'm really liking Singularity's draft.
Wonder how they wrap it up with their 1 position. Do you go for someone that, like, you already feel the need, like, you already burst the Lycan? Do you think about pushing high ground? What could go in that 1 position for Singularity? Lone Druid would have been that option.
They have a tower hitter already though. TA is pretty
You're fine with
Pretty
just
decent.
TA? I just don't see a frontliner for him.
You could always go back for something like Sven. I don't think it's a terrible combination considering the amount of minus armor they have.
Yeah, I like Sven quite a bit.
Suppose they could also go for Juggernaut. He's still in the pool.
Life Stealer.
Jug is actually really nice because they have so much magical damage on Planet Dog. Like the way they kill you during the mid game is mostly like Ice Blast, Sand King Stun, Epi, and Queen spells. So having the healing ward in conjunction with a hero who can get that magic community is good.
Well, something tells me we're going to have a lot of dead Roshans this game.
Man, Ursa seems like overkill, doesn't it?
Yeah. I feel like it's... Well, to be fair, Planet Dog don't really have anyone who can help out in offlane. They banned out the offlane that they were most concerned about, which was the Nature's Prophet. So, really, I can't see anything that wouldn't have Ursa having a free lane. Maybe a Darkseer. But other than that, Planet Dog are kind of limited here.
Darkseer is pretty good though with their team, to be fair.
Yeah, it is.
That Ion Shell Lycan though? Ooh.
Yeah,
Spicy.
assuming he
We were
doesn't
just
get,
talking about this yesterday.
Yeah, dude, it's so good.
assuming he doesn't get evaporated in like 1 second though.
That's also true. Running into those heroes is
Yeah.
terrifying. And he's their only frontline. Maybe they go back for maybe like Tide or something? I don't know. It's really hard.
We did see a Tide last game.
Or you just believe in your ultimates.
Oh, they picked Tide before?
Yeah, the tie was in game 2.
Okay.
I believe in DS. I
Mm.
think DS would be good here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Darkseer
too.
into Burrow Strike, into Ice Blast, into Sonic Wave. Lycan picks up the pieces.
I don't think that DS is strong enough initiator though, and I don't think the Sand King's gonna get enough farm to be a solid initiator before Singularity's Blink Daggers come online. Maybe like a Beastmaster?
I suppose you'd also be really worried about like if Night Stalker gets enough farm to get an Aghanim Scepter, you'll never get your initiation from Planet Dog.
That's gonna happen regardless.
So you're gonna need something which is a lot more stable and not just teamfight orientated.
This is when like one of those times where it's super useful to just have the hero screen.
Yeah, for sure. I think Beastmaster or Darkseer are probably their best options.
There it is, the
Yeah,
DS.
they do it. They do the DS. So last thoughts, boys. Who do you think's got it out of the draft? Who's gonna be eliminated?
I
Who's
mean,
gonna face Danish Bears?
Game 2, I saw that Timbersaw last pick, and I wasn't banned out, and I was just like, wow, this is the trump card, and then they lost. And so I
Yeah.
think that well, now I can't see it. Rob, give it back to me.
Put it back.
There you go.
Oh,
you
okay,
can get
there
the
we go.
draft behind
Yeah, okay,
you now.
so I like Singularity's draft much better than Dog's, but somehow it doesn't seem to always be the case. I think Dog is the better team skill-wise, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on the Dogs.
You're on the Dogs?
I'm on the Dogs.
I'll say Singularity, even though Dog has some sick nasty mid game. Yeah, I'll say Singularity.
Merlini, do you want to break their tie?
I'm also with Dog. I think Ursa is a little bit overkill and physical, and I think they're going to have a lot of trouble hitting buildings later.
I'm leaning back towards Singularity. I'm going to keep this this
Split.
whole area split.
Dog, Dog, Dog.
You know,
Dog.
I like their lineup, but I think this is going to actually work to what Singularity. Really, Rob? What kind of dog is that?
What kind of dog is this?
Yeah, but I think Singularity's draft is going to fit their playstyle a lot better, which is just it gives them the ability just to run at you and fight and fight and fight and fight, and this is going to work better for them. That's where I lean.
I have one thing to leave on for Ben. What do they do when a TA gets a BKB? That's it.
Kite her.
Can you, though?
You have Surge, you have Lycan, you have Sand King. These
Yeah.
heroes are pretty good at kiting.
Okay. Still staying with Singularity.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Gentlemen?
Wonderful. We'll see you at the end of this. As in we go to Singularity, because we welcome everyone. Of course, we have been talking to you throughout the draft, but welcome to everyone inside of Dota TV who's also tuning in. We are into our deciding game to see who will leave Planet Dog or Singularity. We're all split here for who's gonna win.
Rob, can you pump my game sounds?
We'd like more audio, please. That sounds right. I hear the birds chirping. So how do we go for the early ward? So one ward to watch the mid. From the Dire side, Radiant watching the bottom tower. So they already know that Partos is running that Slider, so it's a 3-position Slider on the off lane. Millen as well as Jakiro are going to see each other. Jakiro, like with the way that Sand King was walking up, they may actually feel that their Ancients were blocked. Yeah, they're pinging out and they may just feel like there's an Observer Ward somewhere in this area. But the Obs Ward is actually up blocking the top the top pull.
It's pretty hard for them to stack, though. Like, AA is usually fairly static in lane, and the Sand King's a melee hero, which is very difficult to stack past a certain point. But I don't know. It's pretty unusual to block it immediately at the start. I guess TA can stack it herself, too.
Well, no one's got
Or not
Sentry
TA,
Wards to get
but-
rid of it, so it won't matter. The Observer Ward will just stop the block. And where are they? Like, okay, Darkseer is helping out the mid lane. No, he's abandoning. He's not even going top lane.
He has Talon.
Yeah, he's gone Talon. He's just going to go jungle.
Well, they are Park 3 up there, so
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
I'm just wondering why he's doing that. Like, you could throw an Iron Shell on the lane and then, like, throw another one and just farm up these two camps.
Isn't he he's the offlaner that likes to jungle a lot. He's the like the tight jungle a lot.
Yeah,
When
but
he
isn't that
played
the
last
reason
game.
why you got the extra camp on the top lane of Radiant? Like, so
It's
you-
not as safe. It's way easier for them to interrupt you.
But you got your Observer Ward blocking the pull, so the creep wave will eventually come down. There's no way Singularity can really... Well, actually, there isn't no way they can use the other camp. And
See?
you're right. Yeah, look, Night Stalker's coming over to try and contest. He's like, wait. Where is the Darkseer? I'm going to have to venture all the way into the southern jungle to find him.
Oh, he's actually getting pretty lucky too. No Centaur camp. The Centaur camps are really hard with level 1 Ion Shell because of the double magic resist. Well,
Night Stalker made it.
He found him.
But there's also support, like...
This is a hard place for a Night Stalker to be. I think he's probably just going to die.
Yeah, with the Iron Shell, the Burrow Strike, Senki can get in range. If you can get in front and get the body block off, there's no second Iron Shell, however. 33 doesn't have the mana for it, so they're both spending a lot of time trying to chase down the Night Stalker. Starts the TP, and goodbye Night Stalker. Waste time, waste Iron Shell.
It wasn't during the stack timing, though, so I don't think it's overall going to provide that big of a loss for them. And in return, you're going to have this Night Stalker who's going to be pretty under-leveled come first night. He's still level 1. It's almost 2 minutes in, halfway towards first night time. And level 2 Night Stalker is nothing to be scared of. Maybe here in AA.
J4, trouble with the crush, plus the dual breath. It should be enough damage for the Ancient Apparition to fall. The Jakiro is the one being left alone to do it. He turned back in for another crush, another liquid fire. Harassment into the Lycan. This is not what Lycans like to have happen. A 2-0 CS Lycan against an 8-2 CS Slardar. They turn to look towards the Jakiro. Burrow Strike is available, but they're not really properly... Okay, now they're in range. With the Cold Feet as well as the Ice Vortex, it will be a very quick rebuttal. And there's not much more Singularity can do about this, even with the rotation of the Night Stalker to the bot lane.
Looks like Darkseer just got 3, and he will head I think he should head top at this point, because most supports have shown on the bottom lane, and Ursa does not have the easiest time dealing with the Ion Shell.
He has to pressure the top lane too, right? Like if he doesn't drag one of those supports back up to the top lane, it's still going to be a nightmare for Lycan.
I think even more so than that, you need to slow down to Ursa, or else they're going to be able to take Roche like way before Lycan is ready, because as you mentioned, Lycan is getting pressured a lot here.
They got the pull off. One Centaur decided to go away to the side. Lycan already hit by the dual breath. Now the Void. Crush won't come off. In fact, Slardar has to let the Crush go before he runs away outside the range of the Cold Feet. So no stun onto him, but a secondary Void. Dual breath is available for the Jakiro. Don't know if he just passed it wrong a little bit for a second. Either that or he doesn't want to trigger it. But they'll back up to the tier 1 tower. So Darkseer, not actually spending time on the lane.
He was there.
He's
Yeah,
back into the jungle, trying to be as efficient as possible.
Yeah, it's close to the 4-minute mark anyways.
Has to surge to reach the creep wave.
Worth.
I wonder if Exotic Deer even goes for... I suppose he could just go for the ring. It's fine. Like building into the Vlads.
He doesn't need it.
I'm just thinking like some kind of regenerate. Yeah, you're right. He's got the salve and the tangos.
Oh, they have smoked. Milan?
What the hell are they going to go with this?
I am actually not sure.
Like they can go for the mid. You can go for Templar Assassin. That's the option. And that's exactly where they will go. What's coming in on the Courier is Boots and Bottle. So Smoke will break. Courier flies back over him. You'll get the refraction off. Bottle charges. You've got Meld available. Do they bring any kind of detection? No, they didn't, but they have the Iron Shell damage. That will be barely enough. Millen almost lost his life to this.
That was a really good smoke. Normally, you'd expect the Darkseer just to be jungling right there. And also, they did have a several war on the top side, so they did need to avoid eyes of Singularity.
Swift Ending is not having a good time with this Jakiro. Like he's 10 for 1, but it's the fact that Jakiro keeps pulling the Dire Creep Wave off to the side. He's dual breathing and catching both the Lycan and the Wild Wings.
Keep in mind, Lycan's not supposed to be this strong early, and he can provide a lot to his team, even if he's kept down just through
With
use
Max
of
Hal.
Yeah, Max Hal is definitely the way to go. I still remember that game where Lycan had 38k healing. That's insane. On a Lycan.
Nice dual breath. Combining with a crush, Ancient Apparition just wants to TP out before he burns to death. And the regeneration from the fountain will be more than enough to keep him alive. Support was coming in from the Night Stalker, but it was just too late. But maybe not too late to kill off Swifting. Only early point up in Ice Path. And Swift Ending moving back to the tier 1 tower, won't make it. And Sand King, for all his hard work, will take some harassment. Tranquils will repair it eventually.
They need more net worth on Darkseer. He's like their team fighter. Like once he gets mech, they can start fighting, contesting the Night Stalker. But like right now, they are getting pounded into safe lane.
Well, Darkseer does have the highest net worth out of everyone in their team. Not certain that's really the best thing.
It's still really low relative to Ursa. Like I think Ursa can do Roche very early on and be uncontested. Normally you're scared if there's an AA in the game, but AA is not close to level 6.
Maybe he's the man that takes the tomes. Darkseer has found himself a small little stack on the side.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Swift again being pressured. Jakiro and Slaughter.
Yeah, it's one of those really aggravating dual lanes that you hope to never ever see as a carry.
Night Stalker's managed to find the Darkseer, or vice versa. This is nighttime, remember, so Darkseer will back up. The Shrine's already been burnt, so we cannot use that. Well, TA starts to stack her own Ancients, so she's got a triple stack of Ancients to fight with, or to farm with, I should say.
Yeah, not that many heroes can do Ancients anymore, but TA one of the few.
They are really trying to make sure this Darkseer cannot invade the Dire Jungle. What is he doing? He's going to surge forward? I suppose there's no mana for a secondary Void. Tried to get the Vac. It's a level 1 Vac, so chance of it actually grabbing the Night Stalker and pulling him back down was low. But Hunter of the Night will allow the Night Stalker to escape.
Only 100 mana, not so bad for them. Well, Milan and J4.
They found it. They have an Observer Ward down, so they know the Ancient stack is there. He also got gifted an Iron Shell. Moving between the lanes. Courier is on the way through. I don't know if it's actually going to scout them out while it moves again. Isha, he always seems to have a Courier arriving just before he dies. The Cold Feet holds him there. He will go invis inside the Mel, but Sonic Wave.
That Ion Shell ran out too. I thought that Ion Shell was going to finish him off.
Hence Queen of Pain probably just burnt the Sonic Wave.
Yep. Ion Shell is so good for starts, or for TA though. Swift Ending finally getting a tiny bit of space, I would say. Tiny. Big
Tiny.
keyword.
He's still 2k. Like he's 100 gold behind that of the Slaughter. It's the 4.2k Ursa I'm looking at. Like the Vlad's gonna come at a good time. Then you have the Aegis Immortal. And I don't really currently see a way where Planet Odd can contest that. Like how do you contest the Roshan with the Planet Odd lineup?
You have a Lycan Wolf scout him out, and then you get AA level 6. I don't know if AA is going to hit 6 in time before he attempts the Roche, but...
Well, what would he do? Like, he just tries to leech the experience up bottom lane? Right now, like, Lycan's having a hard enough time sitting there.
Oh, wait, he has no wolves.
Yeah, he's going for a 0-3-2-1. Nice Spyro Strike combining with the Cold Feet and the Vortex. Partos, the sprint. He was taking bonus damage, but because of the extra movement speed, gets back to the safety of the Tier 1 tower.
Yep. Lycan didn't use ult, but still has it.
He knows speed the crap out of that top tower. He's keeping Darkseer up there. Can't just slip off to the tree line. And now the Vladimir's is fully done for him. Oh, goodbye Night Stalker. They actually triggered Lycan ulti. Templar Assassin's finally going to do this stack.
Yeah, they can't stop it.
Yeah. Thought for a moment she might try and quad it. Unless she kills it all off for the next 1 second, that ain't going to happen. Can't get the creeps out of the box.
It's really hard. Sometimes those creeps bug out too. That is highly annoying when you're trying to stack those Ancients.
Game's still in beta.
It was worse when those Prowlers first came out though. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, they would never move.
Oh, those creeps.
They did fix the Hill Troll, right? Like the Hill Troll no longer bugs out.
I think so, yeah.
Millen, amplified up. Gotta remember, Slaughter has that level 6, and here comes the support. Ice Path and Dual Breath catching 3. Jakiro makes so much space. You got 4 1 charges on the Slaughter. A level 2 Burrow Strike will not get you in range. Instead, they look towards the mid lane. The pressure being applied by the Night Stalker as well as Templar Assassin. The Burrow Strike catches both. Darkseer Wall, he gets such a good combination, backing the back in, and the Sonic Wave lacquering on top. Planet Dog, exactly what they wanted. They couldn't find the kill on bottom lane, and very quickly know to move to the mid. And they may get more. Vortex is down, the Scream, the Ice Blast, Ancient Apparition has 6.
This is beautiful play from the Darkseer. Like, look how much he's doing in the early game. He's stopped the Ursa from taking down top tower. He's been involved in a lot of kills. He's Ion Shelled the Sand King to also help the kill. They smoked on the TA to get the early kill too. He had the wall there. Like, I cannot stress enough how well 3-3 has been playing this this series. His Earthshaker was also godly in series number 1 or game number 1. And now Ursa's like, I can do Roche, but his team isn't strong enough to really back him up in case he does go. He would probably need a smoke in order to do so. And Nisha still needs some Ancient time to farm up.
He's got to be careful. Like, if he is scouted out and then Ice Blast connects on him, then he cannot kill Roshan.
Yep.
That's a nightmare for him.
Also, he has a really hard time dealing with Icy Vortex or Ice Vortex. Like, you can enrage, but it's an aura. You can't get that debuff off of you.
Still slowed.
Yep.
Still amplified. Lycan. At least he's now having space to farm underneath his tier 1 tower.
Armlet is imperative here for him. He needs the armor badly.
At least he got the first part of it. He's got the Helm of Iron Will.
Yep. He just needs to survive and just passively farm.
Well, J4's in the neighborhood. They do not see him. He's inside the Fog of War, but there's Ice Blast. You've got Burrow Strike into Epicenter, so there goes your Burrow Strike. No follow-up Epi, but the Slaughter very low. The Cold Feet and the Vortex work together, and you see Jakiro understands it. That fight was lost so early on. All he had to do was just TP out when Lycan triggered the ulti form.
Like
Queen of Pain might be a little bit of... No, he's fine. He blinks back.
He has no items, but he still does a ton of damage.
It's just such great execution from Planet Dog. They're still behind in the net worth. Like, it's a small advantage for Singularity.
But it's only the Ursa that's doing really well. A lot of it has been from the Ancient stack, but I think it's a bad sign that the AA is level 6 already. Level 7, mind you.
Yeah, that's going to cause problem for the 2 big cores. As he said, like, that Ancient stack, though, is helping out the Templar Assassin. So she's getting closer towards the Desolator. With her and the Ursa, and the amplification you have from Slaughter, you may not care if you commit. Oh, they just smoked on top of an Observer Ward. Like, you may still be happy to commit towards Roshan. Because this lineup is really well designed to kill him.
Co-op, though.
Yeah, should have seen this. The Observe, they smoked underneath the Obs. So back towards the tier 1 tower. It's too deep to dive. And the Sand King arrives. If they did dive that, it would have been a 2-man Burrow Strike into Epicenter. And potential heroes lost for Singularity.
She also has just so much HP. She has the Strength talent, and she has her Veil and the Treads. And now they're trying to protect the Roche.
They think Ursa is doing Roshan.
Oh, now they see him on the bottom lane with that Observer Ward.
Yep. Ob's paying dividends. But it won't matter. Blink, double damage. Ursa enrages instantly to kill off the Lycan.
And instantly they will try and push this mid T1 tower. Slaughter still needs a little bit of time. I don't think he really wants to be here for this defense. But they're already set up in
TPing. They're TPing to the Shrine. Slaughter can amplify from behind, but when the Burrow Strike happens into the Epicenter, they need a good control. The Darkseer Wall is down, and with the Ice Path catching too, Singularity having a real hard time running out this one. At the same time, Planet Dog has lost a lot, but it's the Darkseer and Sand King working together with the rest of Singularity being copied to fight for Planet Dog. They all sat inside the wall.
They got vacuumed back in too.
Yep.
That Howl is so nasty, though. Oof. It works on the illusions, apparently, too.
And a fully maxed up Howl. 0-4-4-1 for the Lycan.
That's the way to do it.
And Singularity, like, considering the way that fight went down, like, it still felt good the way Planet Dog was initiating in. They got a decent counter initiation. Picked up a couple of Planet Dog. but they really have to get better at playing around that Darkseer. It seems like 33 has been the driving force in all engagements. You were mentioning it before, and this team fight's the icing on the cake. Now you add a mech to the party, sub 16 minutes in.
He's also just ion shelling at good times too. He ion shelled the Sand King so that he could actually finish off the TA after the Epi. Like without the ion shell, it would have been a kill. Geyser.
He was considering the Sonic Wave committal. Can't TP out. This one got cancelled. How long was that silence last? Not long enough. A blink. Where is it? The Burrow Strike turns for the Sonic Wave. Decided not to just escape. Caustic Finale is on the Night Stalker, but he'll be fine. Just pops slightly and then slows. Take the regen. They're saving it for the SK.
Quad Pop Shrine, so they're still ready to fight in case Ursa tries to go for a sneaky play. Slaughter is there. He does have his Blink Dagger. It is fresh and shiny.
If they can find the target. Queen of Pain. There's your original crush. Silence. It doesn't get there in time. Night Stalker was too far away. You have the amplification on the Queen of Pain, so you know she's low. And the rest of Dog, well, actually, they smoked on the north side of the pit. It was away from vision. So they did not see it. But now Singularity will also 4-man smoke. They're headed north. Smoke breaks on both sides. And the crush! 3-man from Partos. But where's the follow-up? It's actually coming from Melon. They move over, killing off the Night Stalker. They're back into a 2-man wall. Again, it's going to be Exotic Deer caught out by this one. Ice Blast forward, Slaughter hit by that. They need one more point of damage. The Burrow Strike should be able to do that. Actually, they just let Partos run away and turn the Burrow Strike back into the Ursa. Control the Big Bear. Let the Queen of Pain clean up the pieces. And she needs a little bit more. Maybe not able to have it. Veil is on. Blink to Scream. To kill the Jakiro, she's not going to blink in. Planet Dog have already lost too many heroes in this fight. They don't want to lose any more. And for some reason, they also lost their tier 2 tower on bottom lane.
They only got slaughtered out of that fight?
That was it.
Wow.
Planet Dog, like, they seem to be losing so many heroes in these fights, even though it feels like they're the ones controlling it.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem right.
Ursa has not been controlled in the fight at all. At least not to the point where he can stop outputting damage.
Wondering how they control him once that BKB is there.
At least they haven't let him get Roche yet. Swift Ending is still struggling on the Lycan. Where's his damage at?
Doesn't exist.
Yep.
He gives it to everyone else through the Howl. That's it. His damage is in Darkseer. Smoke maneuver from Exotic Deer as well as Partos again on the hunt. They take the bounty rune. There is no Observer Ward watching that.
Well, normally Darkseer would be right there too. But he's dodging the important gank too. This would be a Roche right now. If he dies right now, they go straight into Roche.
Does Deer just take tier 1?
Yeah, that's a safe play.
No one's showing themselves. You got Queen of Pain up on the top lane, 3 heroes behind him. Considering how many smokes have been burnt, like the one that SK's got, it's got to be their last.
Well, scan does hit.
Good Ice Blast. Burrow Strike will connect. Goodbye, Jakiro. So that means tier 1 tower on the top lane will go to Planet Dog. And the mid tier 1 will go to Singularity.
I still think it's very impressive that Darkseer didn't die in this scenario. He ion shells a creep wave to push out to try and save the tower, but keeps himself in a very, very safe place near the Ancients.
Blink Dagger now up for Templar Assassin to go with her Desolator.
Stomp on mid.
Oh, yeah, they do find that initiation, and the silence on Queen of Pain, so she can't just instantly rebuttal. Darkseer commits both back wall and then iron shells up the illusion of the Slaughter. He'll get his crush off. Scream does a lot of damage, and he won't use his 1 charges. Except the fact that the Blink Burrow Strike's going to kill him. And now, Planet Dog are the ones looking to kill off Roshan.
I mean, this level 1 Wolves just instantly died.
Yeah, it's going to take a while. But Macropie was just burnt on top lane by Jakiro. So he doesn't have that to try and mess around with the pit. Illusions of Quap are keeping eyes out, so is the Observer Ward.
Oh no.
So Singularity getting into the pit's not going to happen.
Ursa losing Roche.
And
With no contest.
Like, not even intimidation at all.
There's not even a trap inside the pit.
There's only one outside. They didn't even deward for it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, good for Planet Dog.
Radiant's top
With that kill on Roshan, they do kind of balance out the gold a little bit, even though Singularity are very well ahead in experience. And that BKB is rapidly approaching for Ursa, only a couple of hundred out. They just want to have that quick initiation, blink to Slaughter, blink to Meld Strike, and then just destroy the Aegis. Millen, oh, Ice Blast can hit really hard. Partos, as well as Ursa. Exotic Deer caught out by Partos will shatter. Exotic Deer got his TP cancelled. He'll stand and fight, but how? He's slowed up. He tries to beat the Queen of Pain down, but it won't work. So Aegis the Immortal is lost, but you just got the Ursa and Slaughter kill.
That got baited pretty hard right there. It was such a juicy target, though.
Yeah, you had to go. Like, you felt like you had to go for it.
But now Queen's going Shivas, so that's going to be her second armor item. I don't actually think they can deal with her that well, especially if they get like a Lotus Orb on Planet Dog to dispel the amp, or actually just a Solar Crest. Where's their Solar Crest? They don't have Solar Crest? Oh, Darkseer's getting it. I see his Blight Zone. Solar Crest is so value here.
Anything of value which is being picked up and done is being done by the Darkseer.
Yeah.
So,
He's
so
gonna get
much work.
He'll get the finishing blow on the throne. He should get next Aegis.
Hey, if he gets, he got the plus 120 damage, so sure, he could do that.
Oh, Echo Saber, please.
Didn't even go for the health regen, but when you got like,
Yo, that 120 damage is sick.
it is, it really is. But sometimes you're just like, yo, if I have a health regen though, like when you get the mech,
He has a
and
mech
you go
and soul.
yeah, you go disable items after it. Like that's when it makes sense. But when you've got like so many health regen items, it doesn't make any sense. Especially if he plans to build into the pipe later on as well.
Yeah, you don't need pipe for their lineup.
top tower is under attack.
So you get anything, which has a lot of it's physical still.
You need I would say Scythe. Scythe, Blink, and then Scythe, perhaps. And then
Maybe Halberd.
Halberd's good. I don't think that's his job, though. I think it's more Lycan's job to build Halberd. Oh, he actually almost has Halberd.
Yeah, why not? Why not two?
They just need a... Against Ursa, you just need to kite him. You need to outlast the Enrage and then outlast the initial 2 overpowers, and then after that he has to run, and then if you've gotten that far into the fight, you generally win the fight. So, like, Halberd, incredibly good. Surge, incredibly good. Solar Crest, Armor, like anything like that. And they have to... They can't build like reactive items too, like Yules and Ghost Scepters. These are really poor versus Ursa because of the Solar Crush.
Oh, really nice scan. Scan to the right to try and work out if the Jakira was just TPing out the tree line. Just hold on to the vac just in case he tries it. And Jakira falls on bottom lane. Easy pick off, 33 doing it.
Well, A is also dead similarly. So close to his Midas, yet so far.
Ursa doing it. So after BKB is done, he can look into the Basher. Got a real good creep wave as well, pushing in the top lane. Where are you headed to, Slaughter? Bottom lane, watching the Queen of Pain just leave. Trying to blink, crush to amplify. TA trap will slow it down, so will the silence. Still no amplification being used. Where's that corrosive haze?
Wow, that was a really smart Yules. He was so patient with that. I think a lot of queens would hesitate, or would panic rather, and self-Yules the silence off so they could blink. But if you do that, Slaughter immediately crushes after and you die. So he waited. It was a mind game in between him and the Slaughter, but he's like, oh wait, my silence is about to expire. I'll just Yules him and just run away. That's smooth. Fancy footwork. Don't panic. Keeping cool.
Keeping alive. Needs to as well when you're trying to build into a Shiva's Guard. That's a lot of money you're starting to bank. What are they looking for now? The Gem and True Sight from the SK. Making sure the Singularity have no wards on the map. And
Or
currently the
traps.
only traps. The only vision they have is these 3 traps right around the bottom shrine of Radiant. Then a defensive Observer Ward. 1 and 2.
Man, that triggers me so hard when TAs don't have like more than 5 traps on the map. But this TA is doing a very good job of having them in the key areas, close to and around the river.
This time it's over Roshan.
Yeah.
Maybe learning the lesson after the last one.
I don't even think they could have contested it though, because they still have one hero down. But at least they could have stalled it, perhaps.
They're smoking and moving forward. Templar Assassin is invis. Melded on the other side of the tree. The smoke won't break, however. They're just a little bit too far north. And do you want to fight this one? No. Partos, he was chilled up, and TA just TPs, well, blinks to the other side of the tree line, then TPs away to safety. And they move towards the top lane. Ice Path catching out the Lycan. He just burned his ulti as well. That was not part of the plan.
He didn't use his halberd. That's a big mistake. You could have halberded and then just ran away, I think. But gotta use your items.
Oh, they attack the bottom tower. Put that plus 120 to work.
Yeah, punch that thing. Darkseer could be a brawler. I think he'd be a king in the boxing ring. He looks like it.
Difficult to play like normal, like fight normally against him just because he's so short.
He's also purple. That's intimidating. How are you not gonna be scared of a purple dude?
You know what he could be? Like Mike Tyson, but a midget. And purple.
Can you relate? Or
No.
explain? Sorry, that was the wrong term.
Let me explain.
Mike Tyson, but purple and small.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he looks like. It's just the face. For some reason, the face makes me think of that. Makes me think of Mike Tyson. Don't ask me why.
He
Mid
needs
lane.
more lore. He also needs like a. Doesn't Mike Tyson have like lion pets or something like that?
Something like that. He has crazy stuff.
Instead of the Frondillo, he needs a lion by his side. That would make him complete. Then I would believe it.
It's called a frontillo, not an armadillo.
Nope, call Frondillo.
Always had that thing sit with me. I'm like, eh. I would prefer to have the Crystal Maiden pop with me at all times.
Well, not every hero can have sweet ass Arcanas, Toby.
That is true. Unless people vote for it. And then
What
we'll
hero?
get
What hero would you want this year to have an Arcana?
it. I want Shakira to have some love.
He got a remodel, man.
I know, but it's not an Arcana. It's just like, he looks good. But now, imagine if he looked better.
You said some love. Getting an Arcana and a remodel is a lot of love. Oh, actually Zeus got a remodel and an Arcana. He got a
Yes.
lot of love.
Yeah.
Except,
See?
except in the
Sorry,
pick.
I think it's just commonplace for Azus. Do you feel like your hero is an entitled hero, do you?
Well, no one picks him, so no.
Well, that's only because
You'd rather be picked more than have sweet cosmetics
that's only because of raindrops.
and static nerf.
Ice Rock, please buff. We want to see the return of the Thunder God.
Sooner or later, Nimbus Cloud is going to be so OP that it will be picked.
Really? Nimbus Cloud?
Nimbus Cloud is good, man. 2.25 second cooldown. Oh,
Oh, this is not where Singularity want to be. The Burrow Strike starts to back the wall. Ice Blast will fly a little bit further over and actually miss everybody. So Singularity dodge the gank. They turn in for the crush onto the Lycan. You do have multiple copies from the Darkseer wall, but the chase just keeps going. Night Stalker's got such high movement speed. They're not giving up. They really want him dead. Now you can turn around. Templar Assassin connects on the meld of the Lycan, slowing him down. He's lost his ulti form. The fight went so long they had nothing else to give. Meanwhile, on bottom lane, Jakiro and Sandking are just having their own little personal duel. Ice Path, no macro pyre, but the dual breath. You got the extra burn damage. He goes into the Radiant base. There's more TPs coming in. He can TP out, but looks like the Queen of Pain will arrive just to kill Secure.
wow.
That was a scramble.
I cannot believe that Night Stalker lived for so long. I guess it's
They're going again. Partos, Crush, goodbye SK, and the damage to the Darkseer. He'll back try and create more space, but Templar Assassin takes no damage from it. The trap slow won't do enough either. The Yule Scepter keeping TA out, but the bash from Exotic Deer, the follow-up crush from Partos. They're going to almost kill her. She's underneath the secondary shrine, burns it, but doesn't have the life. Amplification sees it 3-3. Is a long way from home. He's going to go buy a TP scroll. So they have a little bit of time and they want to force the buyback on the Quap.
What a sequence of events. Oh my god. This Night Stalker, though. He lived for so long. That was crazy.
He did.
I guess it's a problem when you only have one stun like the same.
Lycan He's burning the ulti form. Blink, crush, amplify, and Marp, and look at him melt! Oh boy, the attacks are following. I don't think it's enough damage though. Swift Ending will still survive. Burrow Strike forward onto the Templar Assassin. It's a level 24. She'll lose the Gem of True Sight. Not to mention her life and streak. Queen of Pain getting 542 gold. They want to go for more. You Iron Shell on the SK, they can't reach to a hero.
All in all, not so bad for Dog, I would say. They still keep their racks alive, and
But Ice Rock's hating them. Roshan's still not alive.
they should still be able to take Co-op's dead for, or TA's dead for a long time, so they can actually recuperate that.
But look to bottom lane. They'll
Yeah.
have to come back at some point. This is what keeps happening with the Jakiro. He keeps adding pressure to the bottom lane.
That's what Jakiro should be doing.
Let's all wait, boys. Group shot.
There they go.
Ah, the second Lycan walks away. He was at max spawn time anyway. They should have known he was up in 10 seconds.
That's why they waited.
Yeah, but Lycan walked out. He's like, oh, I can farm Ancients. He might have looked to stack the Ancients before.
This one definitely should be for Co-op.
It is. Lycan will take the cheese.
I don't even know who's more important for him to disarm, the TA or the Ursa.
Considering TA has 19k net worth and is level 24, like she is so many levels above everybody else.
Yep.
She looks like the big priority. But Monkey King Bar is rapidly approaching for Exotic Deer. He might have to expend his buyback in order to reach it fast. But needs another 2,000 gold to get there.
Both cores are going for it. TA and the Ursa. So where Darkseer needs to step up though. What did he buy?
He got the 12. He got the 12% evasion, man. How much more can he step up?
Well, he's the one that needs to control them though. Like you pretty much have to BKB out of the Darkseer vacuum wall combo. So if he can pop their BKBs early, I think they can still win the fight. Singularity, they can just roll them with chain stuns from Sardar into Ursa bashing them with Amp. Just pick off heroes one by one every time that blinks up. So it's still pretty tight. Unfortunately for them, Ursa will not get a Roche again. He's still playing very well despite not having any Aegises in his belt.
I'm wondering if Fogged is watching at the moment to see the SK go the -50 epicenter attack slow over the Sandstorm
I
DPS.
think that's actually worth it this game.
Were you having as many issues as Fogg with this? It's like there's very few, if any, reasons not to get the Sandstorm was the argument yesterday.
I think the Sandstorm's pretty good, but they don't have problems pushing out lanes. Like it's not like this. It's not like the speed of pushing out lanes has been their limiting factor. It's actually the physical damage that's been coming out on the Team Singularity side that has been crushing them. And you want as much physical mitigation as you can. And now that evasion is going to be rendered useless because of the MKB, it seems like something like attack speed slow might be
TP
a solution.
TP Jakiro. Oh, actually, no. I think he knew that Yulsepter was already up. Ice Blast catching two in the mid. Jakiro will buy back. Ursa trying to man mode this fight up. Lycan will fall. Moving now their attention towards the SK. They just keep on running. The Mel Strike connects onto the Darkseer. He'll back. And the wall is back up once more. But the Sand King, so low on life, he will finally fall down. A Yulsepter onto the Queen of Pain, controlled up, locked inside the Ice Path, still allowing Exotic Deer to bounce from one hero to another. Quap will get the ulti out, but it's not enough damage. Slowed up by the TA trap, one bash will be enough. Not overcommitting. She'll come back to life pretty quickly. They need the crush to connect, able to do so with the Mel Strike. They bring her down quickly. 33, blink, run. Continue to run. Never stop running. You got blink in 4, 3. Oh, they got the amplification off.
He can Greaves it off.
He can. But he's going to take the crush to start with. And the attack, Meld pulling him back. You got blink for the Templar Assassin now in 2 seconds time. As they continue to go into the trees. There isn't enough mana for a crush. Short by 10, but gets a first hit bash. All right, that'll work as well. Mel Strike down, blink off cooldown right now, but not enough mana. And so it's the Sand King who gets amplified the second he arrives. Support came in from Exotic Deer, doesn't find 33. TP's out to safety on the other side of the tree line. The Monkey King Bar will arrive. No Queen of Pain, no Sand King. They do not have buybacks.
having huge damage issues now. Lycan built very defensively. He even has a plate mail as his first item of his AC, and he just can't compete with damage out from a TA. Maybe when he hits 25 and gets a max shapeshift.
They're split pushing it.
Yeah, this.
Jakiro is taking the bottom lane.
I think that's
He
free
can
tower
back
for him.
up, he can throw the macro pyre in a second and just burn the wave. Meanwhile, Exotic Deer and Nisha just diving in. J4 will die. Cannot get back to safety of the tower. And with the bashes, Lycan in his Lycan wolf form just cannot do anything. Amplified up. So much negative armor. And Darkseer is trying to solo kill the Jakiro. But thanks to both Forstaff as well as Yule Scepter, he's very difficult to bring down. Over to the corner. Bounces around, Liquid Fire, 33, spending a lot of time going for him. The top right has already been taken. The mid lane, they have an opportunity. It's going to be the Night Stalker. Up in the air, hits the ground and dies.
What a hero Night Stalker is.
But the tier 3 tower is lost on the bottom lane. Even if they wanted to add pressure, they have to defend their racks again. But the top was taken.
Their base is in shambles. All three of their T3s are down.
Yep. Everything was split. Didn't actually even realize they took the range racks in mid as well.
They need, I don't even know what they need. More damage? More control? Lotuses?
Ability to initiate and not be two heroes down. Like Singularity split that up perfectly. They knew just how efficiently they could rip that base apart.
Well, the big thing is they lost that fight earlier where Lycan uses cheese, and I thought that was going to be the saving grace for them in that fight, but Quap was nowhere to be found.
Currently find her finishing a Lincoln Sphere.
Oh, he did go Echo on Darkseer. Nice.
Wait, he did?
Echo's pretty good. You slap people, that's like almost 500 damage with one.
Well, his damage is 265 at the moment.
I know,
Yeah.
but he has he has a double attack.
Yep.
It's pretty good. I like it.
A little bit longer until Roshan could be up, about 2 minutes. Smoke did come out, but Lycan Wolves, they were right on top of him.
Oh man, that's their third BKB too, though. TA, Ursa, and Slardar, and the only anti-BKB that they have is Lycan, who doesn't actually do that much damage during BKB.
You asked the question. Oh, actually, it was Andy. You asked the question during the draft panel. What do you do against the TA when she gets a BKB? What do you do against?
Apparently, just die.
But you said Kite. Kite was meant to be the name of the game. But
It
how
was
do you
supposed to
how do you
be-
kite all three?
Slardar and Ursa have been playing very well. They've been enabling the TA a lot too. Like Ursa's just always super deep in there, bashing up people, and the focus is on him. But he's not going to die because he has Enrage. And the Slardar, he got his blink very early on and just been non-stop initiating on them, doing a way better job of the Sand King starting off these fights.
Everyone's grouped up like they can smoke and go for the fight. Instead, they put a big circle around the bottom. They want to try and control up the Radiant jungle and push in the lane. It is the last. Oh, I'd say the last. It's the most beneficial lane to push. Very split from the momentum they've already got on the top lane. The mid lane's going to pressure in just a little bit by bit anyway.
Jakiro even went BOTs. Wow, and 400 attack range.
Wait, are they not taking out the obs? Nice Stalker was standing right next to it. They give it to Exotic Deer. They're trying to get him to his that Abyssal Blade. Jump in, villain, just harassing the Templar Assassin. This could be
He can still die.
They're approaching mid, they're approaching bottom. With Dual Breath and just Liquid Fire, like you still have that chance to miss uphill, but it doesn't matter when you're being sieged from two different sides.
Halberd him.
Oh, there goes the melee. There goes your BKB as well. Crush onto the Queen of Pain. They'll break the Lincoln Sphere. But they back out. BKB burnt by the TA. Same for the Slana, but where's your opening? Wait, what?
You know why that happens sometimes? It's because you have sometimes it happens because you have quick buy or sorry, quick cast on your BOTs. You can't actually double click it in that regard. You have to, when you click it once, it'll just go to wherever your mouse is. It's usually like on your screen somewhere. So you TP to somewhere on your screen. That's usually a quick cast issue when that happens. Because normally you just double tap it and you just go back to base. Maybe he wanted to like go to a shrine or something, but it's pretty hard to misclick. I'm pretty sure he just tried to double click, but with quick cast. it's in the wrong thing. I could be wrong, but I've seen it happen before, and I've done it myself.
It happens. Right
Yeah,
now,
his life
Planet
is not
Dog are
that
trying to make the
important.
most out of their situation. They've lost their mid racks, they've lost their top racks. The bottom is the only thing that stands between Singularity and Megas. And Planet Dog wanted Roshan, but they just can't get him. He's taking too long to respawn, another 1 minute and 25 seconds, and then Roshan will be back.
Planet Dog need this fight. I don't know how they deal with the BKBs though.
I don't know
'Cause
either.
they just lose way too many heroes during the BKBs. Like 3 heroes just die during the BKB, and then you can't do anything about
So
it.
it's 7, 8, and 9 seconds duration. And Slaughter is moving closer towards having a Shadow Blade as well.
Yep, he is a problem.
Millen has a good spot. Templar Assassin Trap, however, shows him. And this Observer, what they put down previously, is he's so much the back line of Planet Odd. They know how much initiation is there. Ice Blast moving in, the BKB from Slaughter. They push him out. Still Frost bitten, but not going to go down. And hello. In through the bottom lane, it's going to be, once again, Jakiro. All Singularity have to do is keep Planet Dog from backing up, and Jakiro will take the next melee racks. But if they don't do that, you wait for Roshan.
Planet Dog are so blessed that Roshan's not up right now. And they might actually have enough time to go back there. It's like 15 seconds left. 33 is looking for the
Can they?
Jakiro, but they don't have any vision.
Like, Jakiro's never going to leave the bottom lane. Macropie cooldown is so low, and because he bought the BTs, he can come quickly into the mid lane, even though there's no tower there. They have the shrine he can jump to.
They might chain feed if they walk up this cliff.
Oh, Burrow Strike. Ice Blast is coming in. No one's initiating it. Looked like bait. Now the crush on the SK, who gets deleted. They'll get the bash as well onto the Queen of Pain. Not enough control to last forever. And 33 cannot fight through the BKBs. At least got a couple of copies of both the TA as well as the Ursa. So you pull them back in again. The Sonic Wave plus the crush. Ursa is dying. Templar Assassin will go down as well. This is a huge fight for Planet Dog. Moving on to the Slaughter. He cannot have enough life to TP out. 3 heroes down. Roshan has respawned. The bottom lane is not pressuring enough for them to be fully worried. Queen of Pain might be a little bit more concerned though, jumping to the tier 3 tower. But are they coming for the mid lane? It looks like it. They're not going to go for Roshan. SK's on defense duty. There's buyback 1 from Slaughter. They want the TA as well. Macropie is going to make this difficult.
They saw that trap coming because that's how Singularity won that last, got that big of a lead. They were waiting up that cliff, and then they were ready for it this time. And they didn't do enough damage during BKBs. TA buyback.
Oh, the jump in, the double crush. Now they can try and fight the dual breath, catching both the Darkseer and the like, and they want to finish the job. They'll take the melee. Rax! The Burrow! And the ultimate! It all hits so beautifully! With the buybacks as well, we got Singularity in trouble. Nothing of value was lost here from Planet Dog. They've taken the mid-racks. They're going for the GG push. They might be able to do this. Swifting has lost his ultimate for the moment. He's got 26 seconds before his back up again. The tier 4 towers, they're falling down. And Singularity, they don't have the numbers. The BKB is there, but Nisha, what do you do here? How do you try and defend this? Macropie's on cooldown. The Ancient's under attack. The BKB will protect the TA. They line up too with the Ice Path, but still, the Ancient is falling. They're doing the work. The Yule Scepter keeps the TA out of the play, and they've done it. Planet Dog will take out Singularity in a situation that didn't look favorable at all. They hit the sweetest of sweet combinations.
Darkseer, my MVP for that game. Also, Roshan not respawning at that exact moment, also MVP. If Roshan had respawned 20 seconds earlier, they would have been much more organized in how they pushed, and then they wouldn't have been in this situation where one buyback could just lose in the game. But that's kind of how Ursa games go occasionally. You make one mistake, and they try to go for the same trick twice.
I can't believe that just happened.
I also can't believe that. But yep, can't teach an old dog new tricks.
And we can have a look at the board as well. Exotic Deer, Nisha, they did so much work. They look so formidable as well. the Jakiro push, the amount of damage after the fight that happened. I don't know, what time mark was that?
Dude,
Like
Darkseer did the
30?
most damage in that game.
Did he?
Yeah. Echo Saber, I'm telling you.
22,000,
It's the play.
at least for his team. But it's the building damage as well, right? Like 2.6k, it was so efficient for them to come in and just take what they got. But that vac into Burrow from Millen, unbelievable.
Honestly, they should have banned Darkseer last phase. I
Yes.
think that's
Well,
the only thing that
we
would
were all screaming it out, saying this is going to
Yeah.
be their combination.
They
but
needed to address it, and they don't really have that great of heroes like versus Darkseer. And I'm a little bit sad to see Singularity go.
I am too.
I do think Planet Dog have more depth and have the potential to go further into the playoffs. But we have 2 more series to look forward to wrap up EU. 3 teams remain. 1 team will advance to TI.
Yeah, can't wait to see it. Of course, CAS is running at the same time, so if you want to watch that one, Beyond the Summit 5, I believe is where that channel is. LD and Fogged are currently casting those games. You can stick around. Oh, they're on 3 now. Fantastic. So BTS 3, you can check them out there. BTS 2 for the fun stream. BTS 1 for the rest of the European qualifiers. OD will come and replace me here to cast out the rest of the European qualifiers. And I will bounce over to CIS for the 3rd series there. So plenty of Dota. Beyond the Summit's getting it all to you. So stay tuned, and we'll be back with more.